Hey, what's up everybody? HTG Brian back with some more LEGO Skywalker Saga. That's right, we've got an Ewok Village free roam video for you today. This is going to take place on the planet Endor. We're going to get 32, wait, what, Brian? You're not getting all 35? We'll get to that in a second. We are going to get all 4 of those characters, both of the ships, and of course that data card lingering around. Now, I want to point out that there are some quick links down below in the video description, and they are all labeled with their appropriate names, so it should be pretty easy to find. Now, again, we only are going to get 32 of the 35 Kyber Bricks found in this area because there was a challenge done in a video prior to this, and it was actually the Rebel Network Challenge. In fact, you can see here, Ewok Village has 3 of the 35 Kyber Bricks. Everything else, though, is untouched, so we recommend that if you have not already, do that challenge, which you can actually do while playing through this. We just wanted to do it separately because we know some of yous is going to be searching for it that way. But all right, let's go ahead and jump right into the collecting. We're going to start with a ship, which is real close next to our landing pad here. These first 2 missions are going to take up about a quarter of this video. It's crazy how lengthy they are. But go ahead and switch over to a protocol droid and get to talking, which we're going to find out that there is this, I'm guessing there's probably Doomball and Doomball 2 and other places, but this is Doomball 3. We're going to actually unlock a vehicle for this one, too. Now, here's a question for you guys. Is it needed to put the vehicle name on screen? Or is it good enough knowing that you have the name of the mission as well as the menu to track things? All right, once you accept the mission, it's going to go ahead and thrust us into space. And we got to collect the Death Star 2 debris. Now, basically, the Death Star exploded. There's a bunch of chunks floating around. And there should be some markers with some meterage, a little bit of a distance awareness number there. And we should be able to go ahead and collect those. Now, watch out, though. Those asteroids are not very forgiving. I thought full shield, full health, I'd be able to, get my baboing on at least once or twice, but that was not the case. I did find that there was a lot of zigging and zagging. Now, that seems to be the method of this area because, honestly, there are so many huts, high and low, left and right. There's 4 levels in the Ewok Village. It's pretty crazy, but in this particular mission, all you have to do is fly around, which is probably going to take a long time because there's all these other tasks with markers on them and meterage as well. But whoa, I almost went right into that brick. We're going to save that. We're actually going to do that in the next video. It's going to be right after Ewok Village. So as I mentioned previously, as we go ahead and try to find the other 7 pieces of debris, we're going to go ahead and do the areas of a planet first and then finish that planet by doing the space area. Reason for that is that it was recommended by our guide writer, Tyler P., to go ahead and do those last, as there are a few space areas that do have some unlocks based on quests on planets. So in this particular case, I do not believe there was any Ewok-related content that needed to be done before the Ewok space missions presented themselves, but that will be a thing on at least a couple of the areas coming up in the future. All right, so we got 4 left, and I do believe all 4 of them are kind of clumped together. But it's really hard finding these. I struggled with this. And, I did not upgrade my collectible detector all the way for this particular playthrough. On my PS4 scouting run, or my scouting save, it definitely has it. But in this particular one, I didn't do it yet. And I just haven't found the need for it. I feel like we'll buy a lot of those extra skills and stuff in the final stream, where we normally would just purchase all of the vehicles and characters. But in this case, we've got some other things, too, including some other data card purchases as well. All right, so we've got the final 3 clumped together. So I was wrong. It seems like there's like a group of 2, and then maybe a couple groups of 3, and then like a couple singlets. That's how it felt. I don't know. And it might be one of those things where you have to get piece number 1 before piece number 2 presents itself. Whatever it is, get all 9 of them and return, and you should get yourself a nice, tasty ship. In fact, full disclosure, too, when I did my scout on the PS4 save, it just automatically gave me all 9 pieces. I didn't have to find them. I hadn't completed space. I hadn't done anything. It just automatically did. It was really weird. So that might happen to you. I guess it's probably good that I mentioned that, but hopefully it did, because then you wouldn't have to trudge around wasting a bunch of time. All right, we got that Death Star 2. We're going to go head over to Paploo. That's right. He's got a mission for us. And we got to go find these pod racer parts scattered throughout a couple of different locations. But don't worry, we got you covered. And as a reminder, we have removed all non-essential cutscenes and travel scenes as well. So as soon as we start taking off, we're going to go ahead and edit it to when we're actually beginning to land. And you might notice too, we actually get a character and a Kyber Brick for this particular mission, which could be kind of confusing later when tracking things. I know it was for me later. There's another one of these that has a double whammy where we get a character and a Kyber Brick, and I forgot to count the Kyber Brick, so I got all the way to the end and I was one short on my numbers, but I was totally on with the on-screen and the actual gameplay. So I was like, wait a minute, what happened here? So I had to go back and fix all that, but no big deal. My mistake, not yours. All right, another one of these really long trudging arounds. The good news is it actually tells you right where to go. Once you get there, though, it's a little confusing. There's a guy who says he's been collected some parts. He's got them in some boxes, but the boxes aren't necessarily right next to him. But luckily, we're going to show you right where they are. But it's a long walk. We definitely are getting our steps in today because, oh my goodness. Okay, so here's a tip too. Anytime you see these teal green comment balloons, those are going to be related to the mission that you have active. Notice we went ahead and talked to him, and we're going to bust a left, or go to his left side rather. Actually, technically, I think it's his right side, but our left while looking at him. There we go. Clarification complete. All right, now we're going to go ahead and follow this waypoint marker down into a little, it's like a little store, like a little convenience store. There's a couple of people you could talk to, but I'm going to go ahead and skip those because we know right where to go. And it will cost you some monies. We are going to have to spend 100,000 studs. Good news is you should have a 2x stud multiplier if you've been following along with us, and we should have way more than 100,000 studs. And if you don't, though, the grindage should be pretty easy to findage. And, of course, as soon as you pay him, he opens the door. We go inside and collect a few bricks, because, I mean, why not? Or collect a few studs, because we got it owed to us, man. It's a rebate system. You purchase for 100K, go inside, smash a box, and you get 10K back. No, I don't know how many we really got. We probably got like 300 or something, but... All right, we are back up and out of here. Now, to be honest with you, I sort of had a little bit of a brain fart here, or a Brian fart as we call them around here. I actually forgot that you could go ahead and use the galaxy map and select the next area right now. I get almost all the way to where I'm going, and then I see the ship, and I'm like, wait a minute, can I just skip this? And I can't. So we're going to go ahead and choose Mos Espa, or Mos Espa, on, what is it, Tatooine? And away we go. Oh, wait, we're here. Well, that was quick. I wish travel was that fast for us. I know that in the vehicles, it does take a little bit of time. All right, so we're still pod chasing here, if you just tuned in or maybe skipped ahead. We're going to go ahead and follow the old waypoint marker. I got a little confused because it sort of made a weird blip there. It was a little late, I think, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and keep on with the keeping on all the way through town here. And it won't be too long before we're taking on this area in free roam. And you know, just for what it's worth, too, I do highly recommend you guys going ahead and trying to do anything and everything you can on your own. Although it is fun to follow along, and I appreciate the support and, you know, the views and all that. You know, really, the names are going to be easily trackable, and it should be pretty easy for you to come back and get what you need. All right, here we go. We've actually made it all the way to the first person of interest. I'm going to recommend you switch to a Jedi of sorts, or a Sith Lord, whichever you choose. And go ahead and activate the race. The reason for this is some of the characters don't have as good as a double jump as the Jedi and Sith do. So we're going to go ahead and need that double jump because we got some baboingage going on here. We got some bouncers. That's right, some trampolines. We're going to go ahead and make our way through. I actually did this on my first try on my scouting run, too. I don't find that this is a hard race. I know that some of the updates recently have affected the race times. I'm hoping that those will go back to normal at some point. But for now, this race was easy peasy. Like, really. In fact, I think I had like almost 10 full seconds left before I lost that. So go ahead and... I don't think you have to switch to a protocol droid. This is one of those ones that he speaks English, so... we're good there, but we went ahead and switched anyways. He's going to pop open this box, and inside, guess what we got? That's right, it's Pod Racer piece. All right, so we've got 5 of the, let's see here, I guess 8? I can math, I promise. We're going to follow the waypoint marker to the next person of interest, where this guy sort of tells us, hey, you can search around by the stadium and smash some things, and you should find what you need. And he's right, too. The final 3 pieces we need are, in fact, just waiting to be found by smashing around. Here he is. We'll go ahead and get that quick little tip and then make our way over there and get our smash on. It definitely helps having the stud attract up to because we're getting paid just by walking around. Look at that. We've got one under the tent, one on the corner across from it. And then we've got this large apparatus here. It's like part of a, I don't know what it is, but it's done. And it's officially paid us. And now it's asking us if we want to return to Paploo back in the Ewok Village. Why, yes, we do. And Booyakashow, we have officially paid him out. He's going to drop all these parts on the ground. I'm not sure. Apparently, he's not very good at assembling things. So we're going to go ahead and handle that for him. And try not to get zapped by that purple zappage. And go ahead and step up one more time. And he should give us a nice little speech about how he wants to go partake in the Boonta Eve Classic, which we already checked out. And look at that. It's going to go ahead and ask us for one more task. In fact, we have to escort him through space. And this is a weird scenario. We haven't seen this yet. At least I hadn't until this particular mission. But basically, as we're traveling, we get a warning blip, and then we get attacked by a handful of ships. I think there's 6. Yeah, 6 in the first round. And then we take off and go light speed again, and then we get attacked again, and it's the rule of 3. We stop the 3rd time. We have to find a kind of like a, I don't know, I feel like it's a coyote. we got a guy who needs to help us with smugglage, and he basically offers to take us down to the ground, and that's where we hand off Paploo and the parts, and that's where our mission comes to an end. So, yes, we are, in fact, over 10 minutes into this video. In fact, almost 11 and a half minutes in. And we've only completed one quest, and we're about ready to finish the second one. Did you guys check my shave and a haircut? 2 bits every time? No? Okay. Well, at least I pointed it out, because now everybody knows. You can see we've got some stuff in tow behind us. That is the pod racing parts. And look at that. As soon as you start, I recommend firing. And, oh, one other fun fact for you, too. If you find yourself not being able to shoot, it might have loaded you in with a vehicle that does not have the proper... I don't know if it's maybe it doesn't have cannons, or maybe it's an evil ship, and whatever the case may be, try using the Falcon or an X-Wing. Those are like my go-tos whenever I'm like, oh, I can't shoot, or I can't do this, whatever it is, switch to those. And we got the zone cleared, so we good to go. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Yeah, you can tell I've watched a little Roger Rabbit in my time. All right, we get to the final destination here, and we're shooting at some bad guys. But that's not what's going on here. We're supposed to have like a star, right? The old golden star, which is kind of reminiscent of Lego movie stuffs. But it's not presenting itself. So I'm kind of like, which way? Oh, there it is on the bottom of my screen, left side now. I don't think I've seen it yet. But I'm going towards the wrong stuff. And it's there, I promise. It's really weird how it pops up like that. So I apologize. I probably could have edited this down a little bit. Look at that. Space battle. No thanks. We're going to go ahead and fly away from that bad boy. And make our way over to the old star. Hey, buddy, we want to talk to you. Quit running from us. All right. Get up close enough for the icon to pop. Hit the icon indicated. And Paploo is going to go ahead and give us the Kyber Brick and the rights to using him, too. Look at me. I'm dancing. Dancing, dancing, dancing. All right. So we got that, Paploo. So we're going to go ahead and pull up our galaxy map and then go ahead and land back on Endor in the Ewok Village. And, of course, our totals have been updated. We got 1 ship, 1 character, and 1 brick for doing those 2 missions. One was a double whammy. All right, we're back on Ewok Village, and what you do next is just not as important as people might think. The order of how you do these is just up to you. Basically, there are some that are going to unlock others, so there are a few that are going to be probably pretty consistently the last ones to be done, but there's a ton of them scattered around. Like this one right here, Kyber Brick number 2 for us on this video, is going to be called Welcome to Ewok Village. It is right at the spawn. All you have to do is pull out a scavenger character with the Breaker Blaster and go ahead and remove part of the tree trunk here, which will give us access into a little alcove, and we can go ahead and swoop up the Kyber Brick that's inside. Whoa! Watch that first step, though. It's a dozy. All right, so we officially got welcomed to Ewok Village, and next up, we're going to go ahead and hit that map and target our next brick. So some of this, oh, this is important too. Here's another one of those challenges. Did you see that little mouse droid with a stormtrooper helmet? There are a handful of those scattered throughout various planets, and because we have not found all of them or taken on each area, we're going to wait to collect that. Now, if you want to knock it out and hit those while you're here, it will likely save you some time later, as the tracking system is pretty sweet, and it should be able to tell you which ones you need and which ones you don't. And in our case, though, we're going to go ahead and get them all, but just at a later date. All right, moving along now, we're going to go ahead and get our grapple on over here, pull down the throne, which, oh no, it breaks it into lots of pieces. We'll go ahead and build it right back up. We'll switch to a protocol droid because we don't speak the local language here, at least Django don't. And that's right, jubilation, the throne is back. So thrown away. You like the spelling on that too? Thrown away instead of like THROWN. I get it. A little punny. I know Kirsten's been saying, oh, you're going to love all these puns. And she's right. It's pretty epic. All right, we got another brick. We're going to choose Ewok Lock, which again, you know, the order of how you do these is up to you. We just simply are picking the next closest one and getting it done. All right, we get a protocol droid need here. We got to find a key. Oh, no. And it says broken bridge. Now, right outside, when you come out of that hut to the right, there is a broken bridge. I recommend using a Jedi or Sith character to get across because the double jump is pretty sweet. And once you get to the end, you got to look down to your left and use mind tricks to control an Ewok all the way out of here. Now, patience, 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 you guys. I say this because the camera angles get a little wonky, so you want to line those up as best as possible, whichever works best for you and how you land. I always try to focus on like the shadow points, but the shadows aren't as dominant in this game as they are in previous LEGO games. So you got a little guesswork here. But the reason I say patience is because if you fall off right now, you lose the mind control, and then you have to move your Jedi or, you know, whoever you're controlling to go ahead and get close enough to attach and do the mind tricks again. So in my scouting run, I failed it. I dropped him down on accident. And when he dropped down, I had to move Vader all the way around to the backside. Then I could mind trick him again. And it's not a hard thing. It just ends up costing you more time. Now, as I'm trudging across with this Ewoks, I am going to go ahead and turn the camera to the side because for me, this works the best. I can see where I'm landing a little bit easier, and I highly recommend it for you guys too, especially if you're struggling. Now, if you're just like a #1 Jump Master Pro and you ain't got no problems, don't worry about it. But, you know, if you need a little tip or trick, turn the camera sideways and it should help get her down. All right, now that we're across, we get this little celebratory studdage. Actually, I think I used the Force and destroyed some stuff. But realistically, we need to switch to the protocol droid and find out that he's got the key for us. And instead of just unlocking it and giving us the brick, we got to pick it up, take it back, and insert. That's right. Booyaka Shao. Ewok Lock complete. All right, next up, we're going to go ahead and target. What's next? What's next? What's next? I cannot wait. What's Kyber Brick? Silver Secrets. Oh, this is an easy one. All we need here is a villain character, or a silver brick breaker, as we like to say. And it just so happens that the game has loaded Rose in disguise for us. So we're going to toss a thermal detonator, a.k.a. a grenade up there. I don't know why they did that. Like, everything else is so Star Wars accurate. But they actually have throw grenade? Come on, them is thermal detonators. All right, after that brick has been collected, we're going to actually double back out across that broken bridge. I kind of forgot that there was a double whammy out there. So we're going to go ahead and choose a Jedi again, or a Sith, and double jump all the way out here. Once we get out here, we're actually going to need a bounty hunter or somebody with the grapple ability. Now, I recommend the bounty hunter because he's got that jetpack, or at least Django and Boba do. And once we get here to this top pillar here on the side of the tree fort, we're going to go ahead and grapple up all the way, pull the handle on down, and the camera will pan and show us, that's right, a Kyber Brick inside a door that's now opening. And we can sort of lean to the middle right side and fall off onto that platform, and booyaka shao, Coniferous climb is officially done. Now, one tip I might recommend here is toggling to your other character, as I noticed that the AI in this game, your secondary character, does not necessarily always follow you. So you might be able to toggle back and find that he or she is still on the other side of this bridge waiting for you. But in my case, for the one time in this video that C-3PO follows me, He's on the other side of the bridge, and it wouldn't have saved me any time. So, all right, next up, Kyber Brick, Ewokesey Peasy. Now, this one here, I messed up. So check this out. We're going to get to this point here. I've tagged Ewokesey Peasy, but that's not actually what I've tagged. I actually tagged the one down below. So there are 3 Kyber Bricks right here at this tree. They all use this special, it's like a puzzle here. You got to match it up. So you got a sausage, some 3 fingers, and a circle, or a reticle. So here's the reticle. We're going to flip it. We're going to match this one right in front of me, because I was a maroon, and I didn't actually read the stuff up top. I just dropped down and booyakashow. So we've officially matched the bottom one. So 1 of 3 is done. So on the screen, I marked the wrong one, but I got Ewokesey Peasy. Now we got Ewokesey as pie. I think I'm saying it better this time around, too. This one is just simply right here as well. We're going to use a character with the grapple ability to go ahead and get out on this far handheld ledge. Now, once we get there, I missed the jump, but I have a miraculous save with the grapple. Not once, but twice, too. We got sausage, fingers, circle. Okay, so I'm going to toggle back to my buddy over here. And unfortunately, Django makes a big leap. So we needed sausage, and I don't know why I pressed it twice. I made a big mistake there. So sausage, Brian. There we go. Fingers. And then Swinkle. And it opened it up. All right, so we're good. You could hear it in the background go. I'm going to switch on over to a grappler again, get right back out there. Now, in this particular case, I feel like your character should have been smart enough to go, oh, hey, you're waiting for this to open. Let's go ahead and stay here. But nah, didn't happen. And look at that. What a save. What a save. That is pretty crazy. I don't think I make any more miraculous saves like that. But Ewokesey as pie, complete. And I plummet to my doom. But I toggle it just in time so I don't take the death. All right, we got to run back up top. So to save some time in this video, I'm just going to go ahead and edit it. I tried to jump up and use my grapple, but it didn't work. So we're going to go ahead and do a nice little transition and booyakashow. So I ran all the way up top. I've got it. What I need, what is it? Fingers, circle, sausage, I think. I didn't look on this particular time. But okay, so we're going to do it for you, though. So don't worry about looking up there. We got it covered. Oh, yeah, look at that. 3 fingers. Swinkle, 3 fingers? No, 3 fingers, sausage, 3 fingers. All right, there we go. Finally got it done, did. Now, all the way back up again, and this is why I edited out that last go. I figured you're going to see me run up there once to collect the one up top. You don't need to see me do it twice. And, yeah, so, I mean, one thing I didn't mention, too, this video is ever so slightly sped up, but the reason I did that is because I never did purchase the 2nd and 3rd tier for going faster with my character, so I'm going to probably do that at some point, and if I do, I'll definitely do it on screen and let you know, but, hey, speaking of letting you know, Ewokesey when you know how. All right, Bough Bouncer. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm about ready to tag an item right now. And I'm going to be honest with you, I intentionally hit the wrong one because I can't see the other one. So basically, Bough Bouncer is tucked around the corner. We couldn't actually target it, but by tagging this other one right next to it, it actually allows me to get in that general vicinity. And also, by grabbing the Bough Bouncer first, we don't have to make our way all the way back up top again. Because you'll see here, there is 2 bricks over on this far tree. One of them requires us to ride a series of zip lines, while the other one is just simply on a couple of hippa to the hoppas all the way to the tapas. And that's what we're doing right now. We're going to make our way over there, so check it out. To get to the final spot over there, there is actually a puzzle that requires us to solve it to get this bridge down. So there's 2 bricks on that other side, and in order to get there, you have to complete this bridge puzzle. So we're going to do that along the way as well. But we're still targeting a different brick than what we're going to grab on screen. So like the Bough Bouncer is correct in the name of the brick we're getting, but on screen, I tagged the one to the left, the zipline one, whichever the next one is. I can't remember at the top of my head, but all right, use the handhelds to get up top. Use the force to go ahead and lift the piece into place. Now, there was one down low, too. You needed to smack that in there as well. I tried to cheese the jump right here. In fact, if I would have had Django up here, I could have tried to use his jetpack. So I could have landed on that little lip and then probably jetpacked over there. But it's okay, though. There's actually a couple of twirly poles. We haven't seen a lot of those yet in our gameplay for this one. But we got some twirly poles going up. Nope, going up. 3rd time's the charm. All right. Nailed it. First try. Once we're up here, we're going to go ahead and smash the old ivy or whatever that is that's preventing us from getting to the piece, and then use the force. And it's a little bit of a funny angle, but luckily for us, the camera flips around and complete. We can go ahead and slap that lever down, and guess what? Now we've got access across the bridge. Now, you might have been able to use the jetpack and float across too, or maybe even a scavenger in the glider. I think the glider actually goes further. There's a little fun fact for you, but instead of going down the zip line, make sure you go to the far left side. As I already indicated, we have the Kyber Brick to the right tagged on screen, but we're going to get this one on the left because we didn't want to have to make our way all the way up here just to grab that one brick again, right? Like, it just made way more sense. So I apologize for the mistagging, but for what it's worth, they're both right here in this corner. You have to solve that tree puzzle to get there, or the bridge. I guess it's a bridge tree puzzle, but and then down we go. Woo to the who! All right, cogs in logs. Done did. All right, and we are almost, not quite, but almost to the halfway point of the time frame in this video. Next up, though, is going to be character number 2. Geejaw, hands dirty. You like how that works? You see the little wordplay there? Geejaw, hands dirty. All right, so it turns out there is, in fact, a bird. That's right. Bird. Bird is the word. What we need to do here is actually find him and take him down. Now, look at this. Here's a prime example of the AI being not so AI. Like, why is he way back there waiting for me? By now, he should have figured out that I'm way far away, and he should have followed. And the reason I switched to Django is because I needed a grappling character, and it was easier for me to just get him down here than it was to toggle to another character. The menu select for new characters is a little bit tedious. That's all right, though. We'll get through it. All right, here you go. We're going to go ahead and get our hands dirty, and all we have to do is look for the red birdie. We're going to take him down. And again, I'm going to switch back to Django because I definitely feel like these blasters are a little overpowered. Plus, they come out in bursts. And you're going to want to lead the bird because he is flying. So sort of like any other flying object in this game, you got to lead the way. There are a handful of characters that you can chat with that might give you tips. But honestly, you just got to run all the way up to the top and then wait for... You'll know that you're close to him because your compass on the bottom left will sort of flash yellow and indicate that you're close. See, look, now I've officially made it into the zone. That's right. Not the auto zone, but the birdie zone. We'll go ahead and there he is. He's up there. Get your blast on. Oh, no. We'll eventually knock him down, I promise. I do believe it happens in a sequence of 3. So you get a couple of blasts down on that first level. You run up to this section, get a couple of blasts, and then you got to follow the waypoint marker up again. Now, I got a little confused, but I eventually figured it out, and I'm following it. We got to go all the way up to the tippy top. There's actually kind of like a ceremonial area up here, and I do believe that this is where the mission finishes, whether you got good aim or bad aim. I think that you have to do the 3 section. It's the rule of 3, right? It's Lego. Most boss battles, most tasks are usually the rule of 3. So there he is. He's up there again. We're going to depleter that meter a little bit, but he gets a little out of view, so we got to cross a bridge, I think. And then eventually, yeah, I think I take him down from here, and then we got to go all the way over to him. So this is kind of what I was talking about the ceremonial area. I feel like there's something about this. I think this is like where the chief's hut is or something, if I'm being honest. But all the way up top, hit the icon indicated. It'll bring in sort of like a cargo bot. He's going to go ahead and mix some things up, transform him into a box, and then it should give you a prompt to go ahead and return to Teedo, which is super helpful because you had to go like on the other side of the map. So props to the devs for putting some quality of life stuff in there as far as like the gameplay goes. Like having to walk all the way back would have been just torturous on top of already running all the way out there. So bravo, TT, bravo. All right, next up, Kyber Brick, number 12 for us, Jeerota. I'm not sure. Some of these I get, some of them I don't. So feel free to drop some comments down below if I'm missing things and you know what it is. And I can play a little game of connect the dots, la, la, la. All right, this one's kind of funny. You need a protocol droid, and it just so happens we have one. So you're going to split him in half and stand part of him on that switch. Then the second half goes on this switch, and then the third and final piece is just a secondary character. And it's actually over to your right, Brian. I just wanted to get some more studs. All right, so all 3 have been pressed. The Kyber Brick box opens. Thank you very much. I'll use the Force a couple of times to get paid. I like me some studs. You know the rule. You know the rule. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Hey, I made it almost 30 minutes without saying that. Y'all should be praising me right now. All right, next up, Jiks cheese? Jiks chiz? Anyways, it's another one inside the hut. So we'll target that guy and make our way over around the corner here. And booyakashow. Inside we go. All right, this one is a pretty simple task. There's actually one button hiding on the ground over on the right side. Right there, right there. Right, oh, I missed the shot there. Or where's it over there? It's over there. It's right. Oh, you could follow the line in the ground. And no, it is over there on the far left side. So nope, wrong side, right there. Yeah, boy. And we'll go ahead and stand on that switch, open the door, and collect another Kyber Brick. Now, look at that. We're just getting paid. Every chance we get, we're using the Force and destroying multiple items. The Attract Studs is pulling it close to us and collecting it. And, you know, we get a data card at the towards the end of this level, and I'm sort of torn. Like, I don't know if I should wait for 8 million and get the 6x, or if I should just get the 4x next. Either way, it's going to be greatly beneficial to our collecting. But, all right, next up, tricky targets. Now, this one is not super obvious if you miss out. So I actually got a little confused, and you saw an edit there. To be honest, too, I had a phone call come in, and I looked at my phone, and then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? And then I had a brain fart again, and I forgot that I had these 4 targets I had to take down. So yes, there was, in fact, an edit there. It was a double whammy there, too, because I had the phone call, and I forgot. Simply take out all 4 targets, though, and the door reveals a nice Kyber Brick. So we'll pick that up. Tricky targets, not so tricky after all. All right, next up, what do we got? Oh, we got just a hot second here. We're going to go ahead and target this character. But for some reason, I like have second thoughts or something, or maybe my quick link. Here we go. We officially got it. Oh, no, that's right. I had to toggle over to the protocol droid, and I figured for the quick links, it's going to be better if you're right there. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and I'm like, where am I going here? So this is why. All right. Next up is Ewoks Lost. This one is, I feel like this mission might be a little broken. Now, I say that because there are 3 locations that we have to go in. I'm like, where's my buddy at? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. What's up, Chewie? I feel like the game wasn't recognizing what was supposed to happen. Because there's 3 areas you have to take out some stormtroopers. And when I get to the second area, they weren't there. And then all of a sudden, 1 was there. And then I go to the 3rd area, and then I complete that, and I come back to the 2nd area, and guess what? There's people there again. So, that actually happened to me on my PS4 go and my PS5 go. So, like, it wasn't just like a one-time event. It actually happened both times I played this. So, and yes, if you haven't figured that out, or maybe you're just learning for the first time, I always do scouting runs while doing these free roams, and a lot of the times in the free plays as well, just so I can nail the precision. I can get everything in one take. I'm not running around going, where do I go? Like on those targets, right? Like, had I have stood around and walked around and left that in there versus editing that out, I just feel like the experience is not as clean or efficient, right? I like the efficiency, so... All right, we've officially taken out the first group of 4. You can see that the blip on the compass has discontinued, thus kind of giving us the sense that we need to move on. Move along, people, move along. All right, all the way up the hut we go. Up in the hut, up in the hut. I feel like they should have saved that brick for this level. We got that in Endor Village, if you remember. That was one that was inside. There was just a hut there, and a brick was just chilling inside of it. But I feel like... although they're both huts, right? I mean, by definition, they're both huts. But, oh, and I almost, you see that? Be careful, or at least for me, I had to be careful not to take out that mouse droid. Because I don't want to have to do some funky editing or whatever. Like, I want to be able in the video to, like, land on Ewok Village and then run straight to the 2 locations that I need. Because I believe there's 2 floating around. There's one right at the beginning, and then there's one sort of deeper into the level, which is where we are right now. So off to location number 3 we go, as the second location, as I told you earlier, for some reason it just didn't quite recognize what was needing to happen. And maybe this is all how the mission is supposed to go. I just felt like once you got to the first area, you should take out all the baddies, move to the second area, take out all the baddies, move to the 3rd area, take out all the baddies, and then you should be done, right? But that wasn't the case here. We got to go to the first spot, second spot, to the 3rd spot, then back to the 2nd spot. I'm like, I thought about it for a second. Should I get that Kyber Brick? I'm sure that's got to be so, like luring, right? Tempting to do. Well, you're running around like, should I grab it now or should I not? All right, and notice I didn't get the yellow circle to pop up until I got all the way to the top level here. And I'm not exactly sure why that happened that way either, but I went ahead and toggled back to my other character and realized I'm nowhere near where I need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of double back down the way I just came in, and when I do that, I actually see some red blips pop up on the map, and look at that, now the bad guys are here. So I don't know if there are like trigger points, or maybe you're supposed to talk to the peoples, but I noticed that the mission bubbles, the comment balloons, were not teal green like they should be for the mission specific stuff. So again, I'm not 100% sure why it didn't work the way I felt it should, but watch this. I'm going to yeet off the side here, big yeetus, all the way back down. Feel free to follow the waypoint marker, or just, if you know a shortcut, take it. And all the way back around, we're still looking, and there they are. What the crap? Why weren't they there the first time? And watch out, that mouse droid should be, yep, there he is. I was going to say, he's floating around somewhere, but I don't know why they weren't there. Like, does anybody have any answers for that? If you do, drop some comments down below, please, and thank you. All right, we're back at, what is his name? Logray? Yeah, Logray. We'll go ahead and say hello and collect the character token. I believe it's Logray as well. And again, I'm still sort of debating, should I be putting the ship names and the... I felt like if I put too many labels, it gets really cluttery. And also, I didn't want to confuse you guys. So like ship 2 is the Courageous Cache mission, right? That's the name of the task that you need to do. And in our case, it's pretty simple. But I just didn't know if adding the ship name would be too much. Or maybe what I should do is, ooh, I got an idea. Maybe I should take an image, like do a screen capture of the icon and then put that there. Ooh. All right, be looking for that in future videos. I'm going to kind of lean on that. I'm going to assume that you agreed with me and thought that was a good idea. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you very much. All right, inside the hut we need to use the Force to lift up these pieces. It's just a little puzzle. It's a game of connect the dots, la la la. Like it really is this time. We got to match up the puzzle in the right places. So normally, we play connect the dots when we're doing like, drawing puzzles, right? Like the old school, kind of like the carving, like the lightsaber carvings. Boy, could you tell I was a little bit unsure where that one went there. All right, there's one under the coffee table, so go ahead and destroy that and lift that into place. It should actually be in the upper right side. Nope, not you. Nope. 3PO. I almost called him R2. It's okay, though. I'm human. I make mistakes. All right, the last one is actually up top on the left. Well, I guess it depends on which way you're looking, but it's up top. It's on the right-hand side as you come in the hut up top. Left side if you're looking out away from the puzzle. And booyakashow, we've officially got it done. The gates open, and we're going to collect our second ship, which happens to be... Wait for it. It's the TIE Interceptor. I remember this because I got old man Brian Brain coming through today. I think. Hopefully. Watch. TIE Interceptor? TIE. See, I could probably get that icon right there and just place it. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works, because it's a little bit of a funny shape there. But, we'll see what goes on. I feel like it would be helpful to have that, but too many labels might be a little... We'll figure it out. I might do it for a run and see, and if you guys hate it, I'll take it away. Ooh, this was a tricky one. Not really, but the entrance to inside is missing. Now, I've seen a couple of people tweet at me and stuff on the Twitter sphere saying that there's a brick on this level that is stuck. It's showing under the map or something. I kind of wondered when I read that if this was possibly the location for that, because you can't find your way in unless you find the secret backdoor entrance. Giggity. And we'll go ahead and use a protocol droid, split in half, get inside, up the stairs, and booyakashow. We got that Ewok Infiltration brick. Next up, look at that. We're getting up there. We're basically, a quarter of the way there. Well, my goodness. We still have how many more? Oh, my goodness. I think that's 900 bricks still? 900. All right, so this area here, I don't know why it confused me. I know what needs to be done. But the problem, I think, is that I kept thinking you needed to lift these and then jump up and miss that, like catch the third twirly pole. As it turns out, there's a twirly pole on the ground just to our left, actually. It's just sitting there, propped up. In fact, it's right there, right to the left of the fire right now. And all you have to do is use the force to slap it into place and then get your twirly pole on up there. And look at that, I found it. Here it is. Woo to the woo. Now, I'm pretty sure that this right here is all just repetitive. Like, this is like my one big mistake for this hour-plus video. I go all the way up top, and then I actually skip this. So, you know, use the quick links if you're in a hurry, because as you can see here, we're actively not chasing anything. Now, there is a Kyber Brick if you use those twirly poles on the backside of this tree. There's a Kyber Brick out there, but I apparently was not catching on to that right now. And, you know, when you got 40-plus collectibles and you try to remember them all in one go, especially when you're 40-plus years old, it definitely doesn't always add up the way you want it to. And for what it's worth, I'm feeling pretty confident in how I've done in the couple of levels so far. We'll see when we get to, like, Tatooine and Coruscant and some of, like, the real heavy hitters, because there's definitely some big, like, 25, 35, 45, 55, you know, places. So, all right, hey, we've got Totem Transportation. This is actually really cool. So it's another ceremonial area here throughout the Ewok Village. We're going to go ahead and use the force to lift the first statue into place, and then we're going to sneak around on the far right side. Now, essentially, here's a good tip for you. There are 2 pieces on each side that need to be placed, and it just so happens to be that they made it so there's 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Now we're going to use the old gondola there, the old crane, if you will, and we're going to go ahead and move it down to the middle floor and place that statue on it. Now we're going to go ahead and use the handhelds on the middle of the tree here to get back up top. Once we get up top, we're actually going to use that push switch again to lift it all the way up so that we can have access to it, and then use the force to go ahead and lift it into place. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Oh, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. You know, I wonder about stuff like that. Like, when using the force, does it hurt you? Like, does it take more force to lift heavier stuff? Or does it just happen because it's the force? All right, so we got both on the right side. Now we got to go to the left. Now, it turns out there are some stuff. So here's another crane that we can use. And we're going to actually need to use it to lift it up. And actually, on the crane is the next piece. Woo to the hoo. So we're going to drop it down about halfway or more, just so you can get the force used. And once we got it, we're going to go ahead and slap it into place. So that'll be 3 of 4. And the last one is actually just right up top above where we're standing right now. And the best way to get there is to actually put a character on the old elevator here. Let's see, I messed up. I need to switch to my other character. Come on, 3PO, get your butt over here. And all right, and of course I've got it just out of jumping distance, so I'll have to switch characters. It doesn't matter who you choose to get up there. However, once up here, we are going to use the force to knock it off. And I don't mean like, knock it off, Brian, knock it off. I mean like we actually have to like push it off the edge. And here we go, all the way up around the ledge. We've got, yep, see, I try to knock the bottom piece out, because like that nest should be able to be depleted, right? You should be able to smash and then drop it. No such luck, though. And because my other character was my powerful Jedi, I had to actually manually select another one so that I could do this without having to like run back down, switch characters, get Vader back up here or whatever, right? Like, I know I could have switched to Vader, toggle to another character, and then toggle back up, but I just found that to be the easiest. All right, so we got it open, and inside we've got a Kyber Brick just waiting for us. Go ahead and get your collect on. And Totem Transportation is done did. And look at that, we've unlocked a new mission. Although I do believe it said Ewok Infiltration, which is weird because that was just a rumor. It didn't technically unlock it. I'm still sort of learning how these rumors are working. In fact, we actually use some rumors at the very end of this video. Ooh, another double whammy. This is the one that actually threw my Kyber Brick count off on screen. Like, everything was good in gameplay, but I actually messed up this particular situation here. So check it out. We're going to talk to Chief Chirpa, and he's going to ask us to round up some flowers. So this is another off-planet task. Again, different than an off-planet requirement, right? Like, the off-planet requirements are things that need to be done first before the quests unlock here. So in this case, we're on the planet, we're getting a quest, and we're just leaving, and then we'll return when it's done. And luckily for us, this mission actually asks us if we want to return once we've collected everything, which actually brings us right back to Chief Chirpa or Turpa, whatever his name is, and we're good to go. Speaking of going, we are out of here. Off to Takodana, Maz's castle. And the good thing is that this mission actually guides you pretty much right to the area you need to be. However, once you get to the area, you still need to find the items. I found that the first 2 sections are pretty easy to figure out. However, the third one was a little bit more cheeky. But good news. I remembered where they all were, and I take you right to all of them, except for this first one. I go in and I use the Force, and I thought I took down everything, but I didn't. Ooh, another fun fact. As you run through here, too, if you are a hero, they will spot you and attack you. So, not a big deal. There's only a couple of them. You could take them down pretty fast. But ultimately, if you're trying to avoid or stay stealthy, you should definitely, switch it up to somebody evil and mean. You know what I mean? All right, so in that cave up top, I thought I used the Force, but I just swung my saber. And really, inside that cave is where I need to be. That's right. Behind you, Brian. Behind you. Go back up top. I know I was bragging that I knew where they all were. And I do, but this first section was a little bit wonkadoo. All right, up top, inside, there they go. So you can see the blue petals on top. Go ahead, and I used the Force, took them all out, and we are officially collected in this area. So now it should pop up on the left side there, flashing yellow, indicating that you can use your map to go ahead and fly out to the next spot. So you don't actually have to run back to the Falcon, which is super helpful. Another quality of life thing that they added to the game that just makes it a little bit funner and easier, less tedious, right? All right, we've officially landed at Lake Pyonga. We're going to run all the way over to basically by the little taxi to get inside the city. We're not going in there, though. We're actually going to stay outside, and they should be scattered around. There should be one on the front left side. There it is right there. We're looking for the yellow flowers this time. And then we got a couple of Happa posts. I actually skipped them, but there's one out on this left little island here. Another set of Happa posts. We're going to go out a little further. Right, you might bring your life vest. There's actually a purple stud out on this one, so definitely worthwhile, as that for us is 20,000 studs in one collection. Pretty sweet. All right, there should be one over to our left now, so over towards kind of the right. Oh, there it is, right in the middle there. There's one in the middle section, I guess, and then the final ones are over on the ledge over there. You can see there's one on the right wall, and then there's one a little bit closer to where we originally started. Go ahead and smash and collect, and then we'll go ahead and take off. And I think we got one last area. We got to go to, what is it, Yavin? Yavin 4. All right. So we are out of here. Officially got what we need. 5 of 5, 5 of 5. I'm sort of running back, but I'm like, wait a minute. Is it leading me to another? Nope, it's leading me to the ship. All right, so Great Temple, we are out of here. And look at that. We have officially landed at the Great Temple now. And this one is split up into 2 parts. So there are a couple here in this first section. And it's weird how it's like, hey, you want to go in the base. No, we don't. We actually want to go outside behind where you're indicating. And because there are lots of collectibles in the area, I've got some collectible detector things. And again, I did not upgrade mine fully because I didn't want all those blips everywhere. It does help sometimes, but there can be too many on screen at once. All right, so in the first section, there's one on the right side, and this one was sort of tricky. He's tucked in behind. It's almost like it isn't there. And then we've got the third one in the opposite corner of the first one. And then we're going to go ahead and leave this area and make our way all the way down this wall. You can see there is a waypoint marker. We got 23, 22, 21. We've got a whole other area down here where there are the last 2. And then once we get those done we're going to go ahead and just take off and go right back to Chief Chirpa. And we should be able to collect his token as well as a Kyber Brick. So this one's inside, and I believe it's to the left now. Yep. All right. Go ahead and slice and dice, collect it, and we is out of here. As soon as it registers. All right, so there you go. Return to Chief Chirpa. We'll do just that. All right, and that wasn't a funky edit or whatever. That's literally how it loads you back in. That's kind of funky, huh? All right, so beautiful, wonderful, magnificent. All right, so we go ahead and we get the Kyber Brick, and we've completed the Flower Fetcher, which I do believe actually unlocks another quest right there. But see, it was a little bit of a funny angle, and I didn't see it right away. But, and it does. It also unlocks a rumor for the Weighted Gate, which we'll do that one here in a little bit. But, next up, Kyber Brick Net Profit. We're going to go ahead and target this guy way over there. Some of these are so far away, you guys. Like, in a lot of the free roams, in previous Lego games, I was able to sort of stick in the same area. And in some of these levels, I will be able to, but there's so much up and down and all around in this level that it was really hard to get these like back to back to back to back to back right next to each other. And look at that, rumor unlocked, Ewok Infiltration. I don't know if that's like a display glitch or what, but I feel like we already did that quest. I don't know. It's hard for me to keep track of all the names with playing a scouting run, playing a recording run, and then doing the editing, right? Because technically I've done it 3 times already, so I feel like I've done it already. Maybe I haven't. All the way up top, though, we've got a nice bird's eye view up here. In fact, we're going to get a little higher by pulling out a scavenger and using the old net launcher to get up a little bit higher. I hope you guys aren't afraid of heights. I know that I don't do so well, especially in video games, like jumping from heights, falling. I don't know why. My brain sort of feels like I'm literally falling, and I get that like uneasy, queasy stomach feeling, you know. So far, I'm good on this, though. I'm not struggling at all being on Ewok Village. But, all right, next up, I thought about tagging that first guy, but nope, I changed my mind. Stable on Trunk. This one is right around the corner over here. In fact, we go right up top. This one is kind of funny. That's like just chilling up on top. We're going to walk the plank and see what it's got going for us. That's right, Stable on Trunk. Again, we're on a giant tree trunk. I'm not, stable? Kyber Brick? What am I missing here, guys? I'm sure there's some punny wordplay there, but I'm not getting it. All right, next up, End-Hoard is another Kyber Brick. Pretty close by, really, or, well, it seems like it. It says it's 19 meters away, but I feel like it's a little bit more than a couple meters. All right, but up top we go. We're going to follow around up into that upper ceremonial ground here that we took down that birdie earlier, and we also had that Ewok Lost mission that brought us up here. We had to take out all those stormtroopers. Ooh, this one's easy. End-Hoard. We just got to go inside with a bounty hunter and melt that gold. You know I love me some gold. All right, so we've got that done did. We are moving on to the next, which happens to be, I believe, another Kyber Brick. In fact, I don't think we have anything left but Kyber Bricks and a data card. I think we got all the other stuffs. Ooh, Kyber Brick 21 for us. Wings of Junk. This one is a fun one. I do believe we have to get our glide on off one of the edge points here. And look at that. Yes, we've seen this guy before. We'll switch to a scavenger. You know, I'm wondering if Boba Fett or Jango Fett's jetpack would also be sufficient to get out there. But because it's a scavenger and we have one, why not use it? So, woo to the who. I went ahead and toggled back to my other character, which I thought would be standing right at the jump. Not the case. But we're going to target Ewokrabatics. This one is a little bit difficult in the sense that you need to have some platforming skills, but as you'll see, I actually get pretty close to the top and almost beat it, and then fall pretty far down and have to jump up almost all the way again, and I still have time to spare. So the good news is this one, although it may be a little bit challenging in what you need to do, there should be enough time for you to do it. But there's a long walk to get there first. In fact, I think we're getting fairly close. We don't even have meterage on our... and I think it starts when you get to like 30 or so. But no, it's not even showing me at all anymore. What's up with that? What up with that? All right, we'll go ahead and at the base of the tree, right below the brick, there is a handle. We're going to go ahead and pull that down, which is going to activate a bunch of platforms that go in and out. That's right, Quagmire style. We're going to go ahead and take our time. Patience is key here as we got to try to jump all the way up. And there are, I believe, 2 more handles I think we got to grab? Or maybe 3, actually. I think there's 3 handles. The 4th one being the final one that ends it. So, second handle officially pulled. It should open up. Yep, 2 of 4. It should open up the next platforms coming in and out. And then we got some handhelds up top. And this is where I think I fall. I think I try to make a death-defying jump, and I miss it. Maybe? All right, we'll go around. We'll pull the 3rd handle here. And we still got just about a minute left to get up there. And this is where I fall, you guys. Jump up. Miss the jump. Miss the handheld. Oh, no! So I didn't fall too far, though. I guess I only fell 1 floor down. So, like I said, little room for error here. And then I think once I get all the way to the top... I think I miss the ramp right away, and I think I Like right here, I have to wait. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on. Pop it out. All right, got it. Nailed it. Up to the handheld. Oh, no, whoa. All right, double jump for the win. Let's go. All right, so we pulled it out. 4 of 4, and bleh, pukes out that Kyber Brick at the bottom. All too easy, he says. All right, well, like I said, we sort of failed a little bit there, but we still got it done did. All right, next up, Kyber Brick Treasure Trove Trunk. This one is a little bit further down the way here. And I think, I don't know why, I feel like I switched. At one point, I switched to a scavenger, and I get my glide on. Like, I glide a long ways. And that's when I find out that, wait a minute, the glide goes way further than the jetpack. So that might be a fun fact or tip to use at a later date. But all the way up and around we go. And like I said, Treasure Trove Trunk. This one, I can't remember which one this is. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But, ooh, and of course, smashing and using the Force along the way, too, I highly recommend. Because, I mean, you're collecting a bunch of studs as you go. But the more you smash, the more you get, you know? All right, I look at Treasure Trove Trunk. I'm trying to remember. Definitely a brain fart. Okay, we're going to drop down, or we're officially on the platform we need to be here. Oh, that's right. This one's just hanging out, like quite literally. It's got a net up there, so I sort of felt like I needed a character with the, like the scavenger character, a net launcher ability. But it turns out there's already a net there, and there are a couple of chests that you can stack up. And it's possible you might be able to double jump, like right now. I switched characters because I didn't want to look like a maroon. And as it turns out, failed. I still look like a maroon. My character was way down there. See what I'm saying? Like, why is my character not, like, right on my heels? It's super annoying. All right, next up we've got, let's see here. We got to switch to a scavenger. We're going to pull out old, it was Keely? I don't know how to say this dude's name. He's a cool dude. I like him. He's got, I like his chops and stuff, too, his mustache. But we got that brick. We're going to go ahead and switch back to Ehda. I don't know why. We just did. And next up, we got swing time. This one is pretty simple. It's real close by. Oh, I was supposed to edit this piece out. Whoopsie. I mean, I was trying to tag that Kyber Brick and accidentally hit that. No, that may have gone that way too. But all right, down below, we got some ropes. And we're going to just get our swing on. At the end of one of these little platforms, there are a couple of vines hiding behind a box. And all you need to do is jump out not once, not twice, but thrice. And then, of course, get your swing on, which you don't even have to plummet to your doom to get. You can actually stay on the vine and get it. Woo to the woo. All right, swing time, done did. Next up, we've got another Kyber Brick, which happens to be Forest Flying. I do believe this is another scavenger glider one, and it should be right here. Yeah, look at that. We got to go up a little higher, though, as we're not, we don't have the hops to get up there, so we'll use the tree and gravity to do it for us. So, yeah, we're pretty even there. I might be able to jetpack out there, but I'm going to not risk the biscuit. We're going to go all the way up, and there should be a platform here that sort of indicates where we go. I do feel like I failed this a couple of times. In fact, I know that I failed it at least once, and I'm going to switch to Ray. Hey, Ray, what is up? And we'll go ahead and jump out there. And I'm a little bit too high for my own good there. I'm higher than a whale. And, of course, if you plummet to your doom, it spawns you back up top. So that's a fun fact for you. If you land down below, that's not going to be good. You're going to have to run all the way back up there. Or if you get lucky, you might be able to toggle your character, and he may be still up there by the deployment part. But for us, we got it on our second try. Woot! Next up, Deity Decoration. Now, I do believe this is the one that I missed in that sort of medium to lower ceremonial area where we had to put the 4 statues of 3PO in the place by using the elevator and whatnot. Oh, I think this is where I get my glide on. Check this out. Watch how far I glide. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. 7, so like 7 seconds, and that's, keep in mind, that's ever so slightly sped up, just barely, but probably more like 7.5 to 8 seconds worth of glide. That's crazy. All right, we've got some flowers here. We need to talk to old, I think is it Chirpa? Yeah, it's Chirpa. We need to talk to Chirpa. He tells us that we need to get these flowers in a perfect arrangement, but they need to be alternating. So I'm going to start on the bottom right, and I see it's got orange. So I'm going to grab a bluesy, slap it into place. So we got orange, blue, orange, blue. Next, we're going to need an orange. Slap it into place. All right. Next up, blue. That's right. And I think both, yeah, the last two are blue. So you could certainly put these in the wrong order and mess it up. It's not like you just have to put them there. You have to have alternating flower colors. So blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange. And then once you get done, talk to him one more time, and he should, listen, I don't know where he pulled that brick out from. I don't think I want to know. We'll just leave that up for interpretation there. All right, but the decoration done did. All right, we didn't mean to talk to him. We are getting closer to the point of where I actually buy some rumors. So the good news is I spend some cheese on some tips. But it turns out you don't have to. Save yourself the cash, and I'll do it for you. And then we'll show you where they all are. In fact, there's 3. We have 3 of those rumors that we purchased. Now, you could save yourself some money by talking to all the people scattered throughout the area with rumors, but I didn't want to waste your time. I find that it's just easier to go ahead and target the rumors via the map or the menu. And once you get them targeted, you can actually literally select them, and it will show you on the map how and where to get there. So, that's why I kind of question whether or not free roam videos were going to be a big hit or a big necessity for people's. I feel like there are going to be some situations where, like this one, for example, you might not see the twirly pole sitting on the ground there. It's sort of blending in. And if you don't find the twirly pole, it's pretty hard to get up top to this window of opportunity, which is now open for us. Remember, I told you earlier that there was one here. I just, for whatever reason, was not catching it. We got it done though. Get our twirly pole on one more time. Woo to the hoo. Back down we go. And next up, we got Great Weight Gate. Now, this is one that actually requires another mission in the area to be completed before it unlocks. So if you're jumping ahead and maybe you're just trying to see this one, you may have to purchase a rumor or unlock another mission or I should say complete another mission in order to unlock it. So my best advice is if you've got to this mission and it's not showing, there's no way for you to do it, just go back and make sure you've done everything that we have. This right here is madly annoying, you guys. I can't even stress how frustrating it was. It was just a funny angle, and I'm sure it's user error. I'll take the blame here. I won't blame it on anybody else. I go ahead and drop it. I give up, move on to the next one. Nope, you're not what I'm after. You are, though. Watch how fast this one snaps in. Boom, nailed it. All right, next one is pretty similar. Go ahead and slap it into place. And that completes that weight. So it actually went all the way down. Now we got to lift this guy up again. See if I can get this one to snap into place. Yeah, why? Why didn't that? So maybe you have to be on this side of the bridge to get the accuracy. I'm not sure. It was definitely a funny angle. All right, so two of the... Come on, Brian, get it. Nailed it, first try. Last but not least, there's one tucked up against the tree trunk there. I go ahead and use the force a little bit, collect some studs, and whoops, I almost ran right by it again. We'll go ahead and put it into place, and this should, in fact, drop the gate all the way, or lift the gate, I should say. Drop the logs all the way. Lift the gate. Inside, celebrate! That's right, we'll go ahead and collect Kyber Brick number 28. All right, moving right along now, moving right along. We're going to go ahead and jump into a data card. All right, I know this is why you were here. You were looking for this. Actually, this is one of the easiest collectibles besides the Welcome to the Ewok Village one. I do feel like this is the easiest task. Even that silver one, the one where you had to throw the thermal detonator, that one was even a little bit harder because it's further into the level. This is like right at the beginning. And look at me, I'm smashing and banging and booming everything along the way, trying so hard to get as much studs as possible, making sure that I use the force. I find that using the force just sort of smashes 2, 3, 4 things. It's better than swinging your saber or throwing a grenade or whatever because it does damage to multiple things. And then, of course, the stud attract will slurp them up and you'll get to collect them. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. All right, the data card is sort of right by the beginning. I probably could have done this right in the entry level. And in fact, there is our mouse droid that we're going to skip over again and return at a later date for. All the way down at the very bottom. Like, this is crazy. I don't know if anybody else is getting a little motion sick from the swinkles, but We're almost there. In fact, we got one more revolution, and we should see the hatch that opens that it's hiding behind. And then if we keep on with the keeping on, we can find that there is a target hiding behind some debris. Take it out and take the target down, and booyakashow! We officially got the data card for the area, which is gonna be our second one for that. Hey, that was actually great timing. I had my stream software on because we're getting ready to stream here in a few minutes, and that was actually really good timing. So shout out to the new sub. I didn't catch who the name was, but much love. All right, so here we are. We have officially got to where there's only one more Kyber Brick left on the map, which we have 4 more that we need to take down. So we're going to target this one, run all the way to the trunk trial, and then complete it. Then we're going to do some trickery because we're going to be way deep into the level. And rather than having to run around again, I found that it might be a little faster for us to fly off into space and then reload into Ewok Village. Once we do that, we're going to purchase the rumors and then target each of the 3 final bricks. Now, keep in mind, we still have this one that we're running for right now. You can see we got the marker on it. We got about 30 meters till we get there. So we have 4 more left. But that's pretty nice. We're almost to the home stretch of this level. In fact, we are in the home stretch. We'll go ahead and call it that right now. It's a long walk, though, I got to be honest. And this is, I'm hoping that the majority of the areas are not like this in the sense that, like, you know, basically if we get to the area and everything is unlocked, we can complete that area and then move on and not have to keep zigging and zagging and returning, which we've had to do quite a bit in this level. And that may be, you know, due to the order I chose to play these Kyber Bricks and missions and stuff in, but it also may just be the unlock path of how things work. Boy, that was a death-defying jump right there. I'm sort of confused. I'm like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? So I got to grapple back over because clearly my hops weren't big enough to get there. And this one is the one. So this is another one that I felt might be related to the people saying that they cannot find the one under. See, like, look, I drop all the way down. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on down here? I couldn't even tell there was a spot down here. But good news is there's a quick little puzzle. We want to get to the door, skip the first one on the right, pull the second lever. Boom. Then skip the next one, pull this one. Boom. And then go around and pull the ones that are left. Boom. And then boom. How I know that? Intuition. No, honestly, trial and error on my scouting run. But I got it figured out, and we got the door open, and we are good to go. Collect that Kyber Brick, and because we are so deep into the level, as mentioned, I am going to go ahead and load into space. I just found that it was going to be easier to reset me. I wasn't sure exactly where they were going to be, like as far as the rest of them. So we're going to pull up the map, leave here. You can see we only have those 3 Kyber Bricks left. So there we are. We're taking off. We're going to land in space. We're going to literally just go right back to Endor and land on the Ewok Village. Just took a second for the game to recognize that we were here trying to do stuffs. And we've officially landed. And now we're going to go ahead and make our way into the mission spot of our menu. So go ahead and pull up the map and toggle on over to missions. Well, first, I'm going to show you. There are no more collectibles to target and chase after. And so if this happens to you, feel free to go through and I'm going to check side missions. Okay, looks like we've got all greens, no question marks. Puzzles. Let's go ahead and scroll all the way through here. We're looking for some So I'm going to go ahead and buy the rumors for these 3 right now. It's going to cost me 90,000 studs, but no big deal. I got plenty coming in. So, and then once we have all 3 of these purchased, they should show on the map, and you could target them on the map, or you can actually just select them right from the mission menu. And look at that. You don't even have to target them. It basically does the map for you. So now we're going to go ahead and make our way there. Once we get there, I do believe I pull up the map and show you our exact location just because I didn't target on the map. And wait, maybe. Actually, I think this one I messed up. So my bad on that, guys. But just know that Yesh Aargutcha, I think that's supposed to be like Yesh Aargutcha. Up top here, there is a switch. You can use a box to get up there and flip it, and then drop down and flip these other 2. Or you can simply just use the force on that handle up there. But it is a little bit of a funny angle to get that icon to pop up that says pull. But once it does, pull it, and then grab the other 2 down low. Super easy brick to grab. And I think at this point, I'm like, wait a minute. Do I show? I think I show you on the map right now where I'm at. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. All right, next up. Oh, I do. Yep. See, we're right there. Second floor from the top over in the hut. But keep in mind, that was a mission that required us to purchase a rumor to do. So we're going to go back to the puzzle icon or menu and scroll down to Coro Thleek. And this guy is going to be not too far from us, only about 10 meters. And he appears to be in another hut. We'll go ahead and show you this time. Look at that. I actually showed you. Woo to the who. All right. And inside we go. And this one is pretty simple, if I remember correctly. Well, there's a little bit of a fumble on the button pressings there. So there is a box in the corner. We're going to want to lift one of the boxes up. Once we do that, we can actually tap a button up above the Kyber Brick box. So you can see there's a little bit of a funny angle, so I'm going to hit it again. It should open it up. Booyakashow! 31 Kyber Bricks done. We got one left. That is it. Pretty excited. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, knowing that there's like 900 bricks left, I'm not too excited. But I mean, we're under 900. So we got that going for us. All right, last one is going to be Ehda. I don't know if that's supposed to be like an Ewok cursing or what's going on there, but whatever it is, I'm missing it. It's hilarious either way, though. And we're going to toggle all the way over, or not toggle, trudge our way all the way up and over to one of the high-rise trees. And then I do believe, I'm trying to remember what this last one is. You'd think I'd remember, but I remembered all the other ones. It's sort of getting a little fuzzy now, though. And we got to go up top, so we're going to need to get our grapple on. Switch on over. Oh, come on. Come on. Go ahead and find that grapple point again. Woot. Up top and over to the left. Nope, right. It's up behind us. Okay, okay, okay. And inside the hut we go. So one last little peek at the map. We're at 98.08%. And inside we go. Ooh, it's a bunch of spiders. Okay, so there are a total of 8 spiders scattered throughout here. And guess what? They're really easy. They're all obvious. No hiding. They're not scattered throughout the level. They're all right in this room. I promise. And booyakashow! Woo to the who! All right, so that is officially 2 areas that we have fully completed. And now we only have like, what, 50-something left? There's a lot of areas. I'm looking forward to those smaller ones, that's for sure. But hey, guys, Ewok Village complete. We got all 35 bricks. Assuming you did the challenge. Now, if you just came to this video and you don't, you're 3 short, if you got 32 or 35, make sure you go to the video before this, the challenge called Rebel Network. It actually gives you 3, and it's in this area for simply finding the 5 scattered rebels. But hey, guys, that's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, see ya.